Leading Ladies, a Zambian podcast on historical women leaders. The assumption in our past has been women have not been able to handle heavy-duty machinery like long-haul trucks and earth movers. In reality, some women have been pathfinders in the landscape of transportation in our country. Meet the truck driver. Violet Nyoni, 1940. Violet Nyoni was born in 1940. She lived on a farm 11 kilometers from Ndola along the Kabwe Road and later moved to a farm in Makeni in Lusaka. Violet started her business in the mid-50s selling homemade bedspreads. After saving some money, she turned to fish trading, but realized most of her profit was going into paying for transporting the fish. She saved and bought her first vehicle. Her business grew and she bought bigger trucks and transported fish between Northern Province, LUAPULA, KARIBA, and the CONGO. In 1965, Prime Minister Ian Smith blocked transport routes to retaliate against Zambia's decision to join international sanctions against Rhodesia. As a result, Zambia faced huge challenges in exporting its copper and importing fuel stocks. The Zambian government called road transport contractors to start importing fuel products from the port of Dar es Salaam. The Great North Road, or the Hell Run as it was known, was the only link between Dar es Salaam, the Copper Belt, and Lusaka. Much of the road was unpaved with only a small section under tarmac. The Great North Road comprised of narrow lanes with blind corners, corrugated surfaces, and passed through rough terrain. Heavy vehicles and torrential rains turned the unpaved road into a sea of mud. Despite these hazards, Violet was one of the first to step forward. Violet paid cash for an 11-ton lorry for 2,750 British pounds and a tanker with a fuel capacity of 2,750 gallons for 725 British pounds and went on the road to Ndola for her first stab at the business. She was 27 years old, weighed 120 pounds, and was a mother to 2 small boys. Violet met her first hurdle when government told her she could not operate unless she formed a trucking company or operated as a subcontractor to an established one. This requirement brought her face to face with the prejudice of an all-male trucker community as well as the vested interests of white subcontractors who refused to give her a contract. Undeterred, Violet drove to Lusaka and managed to secure a contract with Central African Road Services. Despite these disappointments, Violet was undaunted and became the only woman trucker transporting petrol from Dar es Salaam to the Copper Belt and Lusaka from 1965 to 1968. Violet attempted to obtain a business loan from the government to allow her to buy a tanker large enough to graduate from subcontractor to direct government contractor, but she was denied. After 11 years of truck driving and trying to negotiate her next step to growth in the sector without success, Violet quit trucking and turned to farming. Women have been pioneers in the male-dominated transport industry in Zambia.